this guide is meant for experienced players. If you need step-by-step instructions on where to start the quest, how to get to certain locations, or other basic things of that nature, this guide is not for you. So for the final part of Recipe for Disaster, the final fight, you will need to have completed Desert Treasure, you will need to have completed Horror from the Deep, and you need 175 quest points, and you need to be able to defeat some pretty high level bosses without using prayer. For one of the bosses you need ice gloves, or you don't need them, but I would recommend ice gloves. And yeah, just lots of food and potions and armor, equipment to kill them. I'm going to try and do it in one inventory. I would recommend you guys not doing that, or if you're low level, definitely don't try to do that, or I guess you can try it and you can leave, because if you get low food you can leave, so it doesn't matter too much if you try, but you probably won't be able to do it. I'd bank in between every kill. Yeah, and if you do happen to die, so try and not die, but if you do happen to die, you cannot go back in and get your stuff back, so there is that warning. Do not die with anything that you don't want to lose. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Bring whatever gear you want to use to defeat the bosses. This is what I'm going to use. Flambéed is weak to Crush, and Dessert, however you say that, is weak to Stab. If you're low level though, I'd probably use Magic, because they all have pretty high melee defense stats. And so I'm going to go ahead and start. So once you're ready, you go through this portal. And it looks like I may be lagging a little bit. I hope I'm not, because I don't want to die in here. That would be bad. Yeah, I'm lagging a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't, it's not anything. Hopefully it doesn't get worse, I guess I should say. It's not too bad right now. Hopefully I don't disconnect. So there's that first boss, then I would probably go and bank. The next boss is Flambéed, so you can wear some ice gloves. And he is weak to Crush, so I'm going to go ahead and switch to my Hosta and put it on Crush. You don't have to wear ice gloves if you're maging him. You can just like run around the place and stay out of his reach and just mage him without ice gloves. But if you're meleeing him or not running around, then wear some ice gloves, or else you won't be able to use a weapon. And then after he's dead, it is this dude. And you want to stand right next to this guy so he doesn't mage you very often, because his whatever attack he's doing, it looks like he's like shooting a Carol's crossbow, but I don't know what he's actually doing. I'm not sure if it's range or melee, but that attack that he's doing right now is pretty weak. It usually pretty much always hits zeros, so you want him to use that, and he uses that when you stand next to him. You don't want to stand away from him, because then he'll sit there and use his mage attack and it freezes you and lowers your stats. So for this boss, bring Restore Potions for his mage attack, which lowers your stats. I haven't really had to use any yet. Once he's dead, this guy will pop up, and I guess he's weak to Stab. So I'm going to go ahead and take out my Hosta. Pot back up. And yes, I am lagging quite a bit, which is not good. After that guy's dead, then comes the Gelatinoth Mother. And so this one is like the boss from Horror from the Deep. Your attacks have to correspond with whatever color it is. So when it's blue, you use magic, or you use water spells. Is orange like that, you can use melee. Okay, I can take it out really quick right here. Then when it is brown, you use earth spells. And its magic defense is pretty low, so you can just use you can wear melee armor to block his range attacks, which actually can hit pretty high, but they are pretty inaccurate. I think they can hit up to double 20s, I think, to 40s. Then his green attack is his range. You have to use range, which I do not have on me. So next he will switch to air, I'm pretty sure, yep. And then finally, after he's dead, you will fight the final guy, which is the Colenomancer. He has really low defense, but he can hit high and hard, accurate, so I want to make sure you get up high on him, and once he's dead, that is quest, and that was kind of odd. The little venom kind of messed up the animation, but yeah, that's quest complete.